with Gina.
The news with Gina Grad.
All right, let me hear some streets, just so you guys can dig it. I'll turn it up.
That was Tower of Power.
Oh, yeah.
Tonight's episode, a trout in the milk.
You know that common parlance.
You know,
that we're all so
phrase that we
familiar
always
with.
guess on Wheel of Fortune.
Is that like a fly in the ointment?
That shit cooked, man.
That was good.
All right, what do we got?
Well, as mentioned a few minutes ago, Rush Limbaugh announced on his radio show Monday that he has been diagnosed with advanced lung cancer. The conservative talk show host told his more than 20 million listeners he will continue to host the program while he undergoes treatment, but said there will be days when he won't be able to do the show. It reaches about 27 million people per week on more than 600 stations. He's been doing it 31 years. Limbaugh has become one of the most influential broadcasters in history as a champion of the Republican Party and of President Trump. He recently renewed his contract with Premier Networks, but did say you should plan on him missing a fair amount of days.
He's got to live in Florida, right?
Oh, I don't know where he lives.
There's just certain guys where you just go, oh, that guy's got to be in Florida.
Specifically.
Just has to. Like when you make that kind of money.
Feels on brand.
You just feel like there's certain athletes that are that way.
Does he have exes? Is he divorced? I don't know anything about Rush
West Palm Beach, Florida.
It's got to be. It just
now
has
find
to
out
be
if he has
Hold
exes,
on.
because that would all complete the circle.
He has
Spouses.
numerous ex-wives.
Roxy Maxine
And he's currently
McNeely,
married.
Michelle Sixta, Marta Fitzgerald, and Catherine Rogers.
It's a yes or no question, Gina.
4. Well, there you go.
Okay. So
All right, we wish him well.
yeah, and sorry to do these back to back, but what are you going to do? Shannon Doherty revealed on Good Morning America that her breast cancer is now in stage 4. The Beverly Hills 90210 star, who was diagnosed in 2015, had been in remission since 2017. She said she's known for about a year, but kept it private, telling only close friends and some co-stars of the show. She says she didn't want to tell anyone because she didn't want anyone thinking she was too sick to work. That also means that she knew about it the entire time she worked on the 90210 reboot. Here's what she said. Really, really, really heartbreaking. This is the hardest thing about the diagnosis.
It's a bitter pill to swallow in a lot of ways.
It's not fair. Why
I
me?
have definitely
Why me?
days where I say, why me? And then I go, well, why not me? Who else? Who else besides me deserves this? None of us do. And I would say that my first reaction is always concern about how am I going to tell my mom, my husband.
You're worried about everyone else around you.
I think so.
Yeah.
That is the hardest part. Early on is dealing with the mortality right away, but telling people you care about. That's really hard.
What do you know about it?
I've been told.
I've often
From other 90210 cast members.
I've often wrestled with that. Like how would I tell Matt to tell my parents?
Right.
You know what I mean? How would I tell Matt to tell Lynette?
How do you
kids.
approach
Would I
that
tell
subject?
Matt?
How do you?
I'd probably go like one email, and then we just swap out a lot of the names.
Yeah, to whom it may concern. Dear sir, madam.
You give them a template, with blanks.
Yeah.
Right.
Dear family member.
Ugh. And well, I tell you, if something happens to her with the whole Luke Perry thing, there's going to be the curse.
Oh.
It's going to be the 90210, and then people are going to be looking for. Well, this guy did an arc, he did under 5, but he still was, the bar back at the Peach Pit, for that one
He's
episode.
recurring.
Right, yeah. People are going to start looking for conspiracies.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, we wish her well.
Well, let's change gears a little bit. TMZ reports that a model, I don't know if anyone talked about this since the Super Bowl, model with a big online following was arrested during the Super Bowl on Sunday after she hopped over some railing, trying to go running onto the field, then flashed her butt. You'll see a little video of her getting tackled and walked off right now.
There was a prop bet of will someone run on the field.
Oh, well, technically, I don't think she got it. I mean, does this count?
That does count. She's on the field to play. She's in the end zone.
Okay, so it's Kelly Green, a.k.a. Kelly K. Watch her closely.
Was this in the second half or the first half?
I don't know. It doesn't say when it was. And then she pulls up her own dress to show her butt.
Oh.
She was tackled by security. She was walked out.
Because if this is in the first half, good. If this is in the second half, it's like, sweetie, we've been overserved with ass. We just got done watching Shakira and
we got the Chiefs cheerleaders.
I'm good. Like I normally like a lot of ass.
We're topped off over here.
Yeah,
I'm all full up.
Got my fixed ass for like probably until next year, really, honestly. So I like your heart's in the right place, your ass in the wrong place, or you should have popped it.
Waitress comes around with a pot of coffee, you put your hand over the body.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm putting my hand over the thong. Like, we're good. We're good. I'm kind of in my ass refractory period. I'm doing a lot of self-reflection.
Sure.
Now, thinking about the kids more than the ass. You know.
Well,
if you had popped out in the first quarter,
I'd be all about that.
Talking. It's probably why we didn't hear about it till now.
Yeah, I don't think you would have been tackled. I think they would have let you get to the 50-yard line.
Celebrated.
I think those guards have had a heaping helping ass too. They're all everyone's assed out in the stadium. You know how players can gas out?
Yeah.
These guys can ass out.
Yeah.
We're
an assful ass, an impacted assful ass. So you got to plan this for earlier. Next time you go
now
early.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she was arrested and charged with a misdemeanor trespass. She's 27. She faces up to a year in jail if convicted, and that's her mugshot, and that's the mugshot. That's now her Instagram profile pic. So it sounds like she probably got what she wanted.
Get famous any way you can.
Yeah.
That's the new rule.
I don't find that plastic look attractive.
Yeah, there's a throwback look right there.
Well,
it's it's not my vibe. The kind of overdone, plumped up lips and stuff.
the big eyelashes. Kaylin, do you have the butt picture? I know these guys are assed out, but do you have the swimsuit pic?
We have ass up to here.
Okay. Well, I think she might be a butt model specifically. She's real proud of it. And you know what?
That makes sense.
And you know what? I see why. Because there are some pictures of her that are smoking hot.
So there's the butter faces.
Right.
She's literally a butt her face.
Right, but this is the butt before the face.
Right.
Right. So she's sort of butt-centric.
Yeah, that's her thing.
Okay.
But you're right. That was terrible timing after Shakira and J-Lo.
Also very Florida.
Yes. I wonder if Rush is married to her.
Pete Buttigieg seemed to lose at least one supporter during the week's caucusing in Iowa, and it's all because a woman found out he was gay after she voted, and she was pissed. In a video,
evolved.
A video from Monday night, the caucus goer learns Mayor Pete is in fact married to a man, and she's not pleased.
Get the collar back on. It was saying Iowa is full of dipshits.
That's right. Here's a minute of this video of the interaction between her and Pete's caucus manager.
Came over are you saying that he has a same-sex partner? Pete? Yes. Yeah.
She looks very evolved.
Are you kidding?
She looks like she has a same-sex partner.
Yeah.
Well, then I don't want anybody like that in the White House.
What? Oh, keep going.
So can I have my card back?
She's wearing like a stonewash bra.
We could go ask.
I never knew that.
Jesus Christ.
The whole point of it is, though, if he's a human being, right? Just like you and me, and should it really matter? That's what.
Well, he better read the Bible.
He does, and he says that God doesn't choose a political party. Because
why does it say in the Bible that a man should marry a woman then?
Touche.
Well, I totally respect.
Real fucking battle of minds.
So totally do.
Watch
but I
this.
think that we were not around.
How
when that
come
was
this has
being
never
written.
been brought out before?
It's common knowledge.
I never heard it.
I know what I
goes on for a
know.
while.
I know what I know.
I know it in
I've
my
never
heart.
heard it. Well, the news hasn't made it to me, so it doesn't exist.
I like when they put the emphasis on the I, and now we're back to a tie.
Well, that's
Game's
on
over.
us somehow.
Yes, we didn't do a good enough job of informing her.
Letting her know.
This very openly gay man is a gay.
No word on whether she got to change her vote.
I got no qualms. I would never take my vote back, but I don't know if he was a bottom. I mean,
You have to assume.
I do kind of have questions about the dude, you know, because I like a top in the White House.
And what
I mean?
questions, are off limits? Well, obviously, we can ask, inquire.
Yeah, I think there's a legitimate top or bottom question. There's a mindset there, that's a lead or follow.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Call the shots.
A lot of the guy who's following is leading in that particular instance.
Adam, it's almost like you've never heard of a power bottom. Very powerful man.
Well, if that's an angle you want to take, I'm all ears.
What are you talking about?
Yeah. Yeah, God, she's great.
Yeah, I mean, and she looks the part.
Oh, the one I always like is there's always the poor third person who has to stand there and watch this horrible tennis match going back and forth. Like,
get me out of here.
I was told to come back and give my mailing address, and now this.
I gotta wait.
You know what I mean? Like, I went out to the car. She wasn't even here. Then someone said I needed something
piece of ID,
piece of ID with some of my home address on. Now I'm here, and this is going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Poor third woman.
Poor third woman.
I want to apologize to our Iowa listeners for saying Iowa's full of dipshits. I mean, this is a pretty good example.
As a Midwesterner, I'll accept the apology on their behalf. So one day after winning the Super Bowl, Kansas City Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes was the guest star at a Disney World parade. He brought along 18 Make-A-Wish children, and Disney Parks donated $1 million to Make-A-Wish. A press statement said, quote, "It's all part of Disney's commitment to deliver comfort and inspiration to children facing serious illnesses." Disney has granted more than 10,000 wishes a year. Meanwhile, Disney World was packed with Kansas City jerseys, most of them with the number 15 for Patrick Mahomes. Here's a little promo video that Disney put out. It's very cute.
We got it. We brought it home. Got the Lombardi Trophy. It's amazing. I couldn't even think about how amazing this is.
Was he sitting in front of you?
To be in this
at the
place.
game?
It's awesome. I'm just glad to be
Mahomes there, I like Mahomes.
How much better does it get?
He's got a good
MVP
attitude.
of the Super Bowl, Disney magic, and of course, a great cause for Make-A-Wish.
Got to spend time with kids from the Make-A-Wish Foundation. They got to be here, join it with me, enjoying Disney World. They got to enjoy the Super Bowl, and we got to make a lot of dreams come true.
Being at Walt Disney World with Patrick.
All right, I'm
You
tired
get
of these
it.
Make-A-Wish kids.
So-
but Patrick's fun. He's got like sort of half urban, half surfer dude guy. Like he's got this weird mix.
It wasn't his dad on the Twins.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the pitcher.
Dad was a
That's
pitcher.
so cool.
That's right. Unlike Buttigieg, who's a catcher. Look into that.
Jesus.
His dad was Terry Steinbach? It's a deep pull.
Deep pull.
Okay. Jessica Simpson is telling all in her new memoir titled Open Book. Now, we've talked about, Mackenzie Phillips and all these things, and you think it was only a matter of time before something came out.
Well, her dad has done like interviews where it's like, hey, man, she shows up in an audition. You can't ignore them double Ds. Like super frosted tips, dad. Like one earring, frosted tips, dad talking about I saw those double Ds. I knew we were going to get the job done. It's like.
Yeah,
I heard a lot of that, or I've heard enough of that. I was kind of like, ugh.
It's not
Although
great.
I think the frosted tips are actually worse on a 41-year-old guy, but still bad.
Commenting your daughter's large breasts is one thing.
Yeah, she doesn't name him specifically, though obviously that would allude to them being maybe some boundary issues in the family. The entertainer turned...
She's got double Ds. You can't cover those suckers up. Is his thing. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm just sighing at that quote.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound like my dad.
Mm-hmm.
The entertainer turned business mogul reveals that she was sexually abused as a young girl. She says the pain from that, along with stressors, led to her becoming addicted to alcohol and stimulants as an adult.
Isn't it great that everyone's just a fucking mess?
No.
Like everyone was molested, everyone was abused,
What's your
everyone had to turn
perspective?
to pills and alcohol, everyone's living a lie. Oh, she looked hot in those Daisy Dukes because she had an eating disorder.
She was
and it's
starving.
like blah, 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 blah. It's like, because everyone just tap out or get fat or something.
Be normal.
Also, this thing of like this constant emphasis on what people have, like what car they have or what home they live in, or money, 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 money. Aren't we getting enough examples of people with money just being fucking miserable?
Spinning out.
It's just, I don't think there's a straight line between the money and the happy. part. But anyway, who molested her?
She says the abuse began when she was 6, when she shared a bed with the daughter of a family friend. She finally told her parents when she was 12. Jessica writes that she hit rock bottom at a Halloween party in late 2017 when she told her friends she needs to stop drinking. It's making everything worse. She's trying to kill herself with drinks and pills. And the book is out now. But yeah, I don't know how much it's going to say about her father. I know Nick Lachey came out and made a statement like, I don't want to know what's in the book. I'm not reading it. Nobody tell me.
Oh,
so there may be a thing or two in there.
There's got to be stuff in there. There's got to be some John, what's his name?
Mayer?
John Mayer?
Yeah, in the book, she claimed that Tony Romo broke up with her back in 2009 because he thought he was cheating on him with John Mayer.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, look at you, Mr. TMZ.
Well, the whole story was that Bodies of Wonderland song is about her.
No, that's Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Oh, Jennifer Love Hewitt. God damn it. I've been beating off. I've been talking about the wrong shit. How late's the Spank Bank open? I got to...
Deposits or withdrawals?
I got to make some adjustments. I got to shift some stuff from a T-bill into an IRA. I've been
roll it over.
Fucking beating off to the wrong stuff. I got my wires crossed. I got to fix that.
Yeah, please do. So I'm only bringing this up because this is now a pattern, because we reported this last year as well. 2 more men filed suit against Madonna for starting her concerts more than 2 hours behind schedule. They've demanded damages for breach of contract, false advertisement, and negligent misrepresentation. According to court documents, scheduled start times for the Madam X show is 8:30, and Andrew Panos and Antonio Vallada, they bought their tickets. They said she didn't arrive till 11:30. Panos and Vallada claimed their nights were ruined waiting for so long for her to take the stage. Public transit was closed before the encore.
What about paying the sitter for the kids they don't have?
That's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
They couldn't even get rides home because their phones were confiscated at the show. That you have to put them in a little pouch. They arrived home so late, they overslept the next day for work. And then, of course, a very similar class action suit was for this past November. And Madonna's response to that, if you'll remember, was she sat on the piano and was handed a drink, coming out however late she came out. And she said, remember, a queen is never late. And everyone went all crazy.
2 hours late, there's that one thing where you sort of make that entrance and you build up a little anticipation, a little foreplay or something.
15 minutes. 2
hours late is fucking up everybody who's there. And that is just flat bullshit. And they deserve... What they deserve is their money refunded and whatever, like the fucking sitter and the
Uber.
And the Uber and the whatever the night costs. Now, the part where I like when you're tacking on to the lawsuit, and I'm such a lazy, unmotivated sack of shit that I didn't go to work the next day because I came in at 2:30 and then I had to be up at 8. So fuck
How's
that.
that gonna work?
Oh really? Because anyone who's done morning radio has done that 2,000 times, right? Or any adult who's been alive. I used to work construction and 7 a.m. and we'd fucking go out for someone's party, fucking party it up until 3 a.m.
It is what it is.
You just get up, right?
I remember one of our Vegas shows. Remember when August rented the Winnebago?
Yeah.
And we drove up in that, and then most of us drove down in it. And I said, just drop me off at the Sound, because I was doing the morning show, and got off the Winnebago, essentially, and walked right into the studio.
Yes. You are a winner.
That's how it's done, man.
I know. Yeah, she should do something with these people. You just don't be 2 hours late. What the fuck?
But she's a queen. Queen's
and also, it's not only the audience. There are. Do you know how many fucking backup dancers and backup singers and grips and roadies? The roadie's got to unpack it and break it down and put it in a fucking semi and all that shit. I mean, depending on if you're going somewhere the next day, but normally you break stuff down. Everyone who works at the arena and stuff, you're just fucking everyone.
Well, and that's what I'm wondering. I'm wondering how that affects union rules. Sorry, it's been over 2 hours. My shift is over.
Golden time.
Yeah.
Getting paid.
Yeah, or time and a half or whatever.
Well, when the Fugees showed up late to the Weenie Roast all those years ago at Irvine Meadows, everyone had just a tight half hour, and curfew was 11. And then once every minute after 11, like cost $10,000 or something like that. And the Fugees were, 29 and a half minutes late to their set. And what they do is just have the big rotating thing with a wall going through the middle of it. And so Blink 182 would be on the back, like all set up, ready to go. And Lauryn Hill, I guess, just started singing. They just started turning it around. Now, here's all I'm saying in life. The Fugees were pissed. Go find a mirror. Everyone knows the time you showed up late. It's like, yeah, you disrespected us. Like, well, you just showed up late.
I would argue you were disrespected the 20,000 people in the stands.
And what about the 8 bands who are going on after you that are all going to get kicked back a half hour because you chose to show up here a half hour late?
Right.
So there you go.
Well, an artist in Berlin has tricked Google Maps into creating traffic jam alerts, and this is great, by pulling 99 phones in a little wagon around Germany.
Everything's 99 in Germany.
Yeah, Luftballons.
That's right.
We have some video of that. Simon Weckert, who named his performance Google Map Hacks, and he's pulling a little wagon full of phones with all their locations on. Now, watch the map on the other side. As he pulls it, you'll see traffic alerts start. Everything's turning red. So he did that. He borrowed phones from people. He rented them, walking on roads which appear totally empty.
Traffic doesn't seem to be a problem.
There is no traffic, but he's pulling this little wagon around the street full of phones with their locations turned on. He told CNN that he came up with the idea after he attended a demonstration in Berlin and noticed how people in a confined area created these virtual traffic jams on Google Maps, and he was sort of intrigued by it. And I like this response from Google. It seems condescending, but it probably is sincere. It says, whether via car or cart or camel, we love seeing creative uses of Google Maps as it helps us make maps work better over time. It's almost like they had a free, test run. Like now they know you can do this.
99 little balloons. They, when they're doing stuff like famously when Ford was trying to beat Ferrari at Le Mans, they took their 427 engine and they put it on this dyno and they ran it for 30 hours straight. You know what I mean? So there's a world in aeronautics and automotive stuff where you stress stuff until shit breaks.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you can't really physically stress stuff until it breaks anymore in the digital world, but you can do things like this.
Yeah.
And then the people get information from it.
Right.
They go, oh, well, this could happen. I would encourage him to get a red wagon, a little radio flyer full of iPhone 10s, maybe 99 of them, and conduct this experiment in South Central. I'd like to see how that worked. He'll put his hat on, his little green felt hat on, and his Birkenstocks, and just go right down the middle, right through Crenshaw and Hoover and everything, and see, game the system.
Go for it.
Yeah. That'd be fun.
That's great.
Ernest just asking.
I'm just saying. Ernest is a fan. And all right, let's do one more.
All right. Well, I saw this story and I immediately thought, I know exactly what Adam Carolla is going to get Jay Leno for Valentine's Day. Since it's just around the corner, it's time to start planning those gifts, and you'll be getting some things for the most important people in your life. And if you're super into chicken or you want to make Jay happy, whatever you're into, you can now pick up a Chick-Fil-A's heart-shaped nugget tray for Valentine's Day. You can decide between that 30-count chub pack or a little 10-count mini, and it will be in a heart-shaped container for your loved one.
Sweet.
You think you want to send one of those over? Or will it be too painful? A reminder.
I was thinking about a lovely exchange I had with Gabe today.
Oh, no.
about putting meat in Tupperware. The conversation was fine. The order of the conversation I'm always interested in. When you go, oh, I thought Max Zapata, when he ordered the McNuggets, I thought those were for Jay. It's like, he ordered those last second. We had nothing for Jay. Why didn't you ask? Oh, okay. Then you shift. A lot of conversation shifts. So I was saying to him, why don't we put all that food from the Super Bowl party away? And he's like, we need more Tupperware. And I went, oh, we have a ton of Tupperware. And he goes, oh, well, those guys said they were going to handle it. And I was like, all right, but you can't. You have to stay on one argument. You can't just if the argument is we need more Tupperware, You can't shift
Voila.
to the next. You can't shift to the next one. People are fluid that way. I respect it.
From lily pad to lily pad.
Yeah, I'm curious of how that works, but I get a lot of that in my life, and I find it curious. So you go, I was late, and you go, yeah, there's a lot of traffic, and I go, I left the same place you left, and there was no traffic. Oh, I rolled my ankle coming down the stairs. Like, okay, but what about the first part?
We're over that now.
You're like
Stop
Belushi
living in
and
the
Blues
past.
Brothers.
Yeah.
There was locusts, a terrible flood.
All right.
Well, thanks for the extra cheese.
Mm-hmm.
It's good.
It's delicious.
Yeah. Oh, we got that.
Find a clip of Belushi.
Are you guys with me that, like, when people, I see it all the time, it's common, but you got, like, the pre-cut cheese platter.
The crab
and then,
cheeser.
And yes, and then you have the foil, which is turned sideways and resting on top of it like an ill-fitting comforter or fitted sheet. It's just, there's nothing but daylight and air passing over it. And it's like, I want to say to everyone, that's not covered. That's not contained. Whatever it is we're doing, it's not doing anything. Just take it out and put it in a thing of, put in some whatever that shit's called. What do I think? Tupperware. Put the Tupperware.
Yeah, solve all the
generic
problems.
Tupperware, and then we'll be fine. All right, let's bring it home.
You got it. I'm Gina Grad, and that's the news.
She's got double D's. You can't cover those suckers up.
Gina Grad. That was the news with Gina Grad.